Welcome, everyone. We are happy to have you in our webinar today. And it's an exciting webinar. We'll be discussing about the Workflowmax by BlueRock, which is being brought to you by Valuemax Consulting Limited, together with BlueRock. So welcome, and I believe we are going to learn, to understand what is this that we are calling Workflowmax, the all-in-one project management software. And as we ensure others are also coming in, we'll be requesting that you can put in your intro in the chat. You can mention where you are joining from. You can also mention maybe a question or two you may be having, especially to do with the Workflowmax, the areas of interest, what you'd want to understand more about Workflowmax, so that we can be able to clarify that, we can be able to enrich you more as we go on with the webinar. My name is Dan Chege. I'm the team leader in Valuemax. And we'll be having presenters, Victor and Kata. Victor is from Valuemax and Kata is from BlueRock. So we'll be discussing about Workflowmax and what it can do for your business, how it can be of value, and we believe you are going to enjoy and learn together with us. So in Valuemax, maybe some of you may not know what we do. In Valuemax, we dedicate ourselves to ensuring that our clients are benefiting from very efficient and effective processes when they are running their businesses, because we believe that those businesses, they have taken a lot of investment in terms of time, in terms of resources, in terms of money. And we believe that our clients would want to have very good processes that are delivering the mission for which those businesses were established. And we work with our clients to ensure that we are able to align those processes and they are headed towards the right direction. They are focused, and they are not bringing stumbling blocks. They are not kind of bringing inefficiencies that will block progress of those businesses. We are known for ISO management system standards a lot, and over the years we have been able to serve very many of our clients in guiding them in implementing management systems based on ISO standards, whether the most popular one, ISO 9001, or based on quality management systems or others. We've also audited, just to check whether those systems are working. And we have, over the years, also enhanced our product or our service portfolio. And one of our latest is the partnership we have with BlueRock. BlueRock is a company from Australia. Kata will be telling us more about that. And based on that partnership is why we have our webinar today. So feel free to engage, feel free to interact with us to understand what Workflowmax is all about. We'll be discussing, even showing you a demo and responding to questions, responding to any concerns or any areas that are of importance to you and your team as you evaluate what Workflowmax can be able to do for your organization. Good, I mentioned that we have partnerships also besides Blue Rock, or besides working with Workflowmax by Blue Rock as an all-in-one project management software. We also work with Accurate Global, which is a US company, uh, for our certification of ISO management systems. When we are working with the clients and we are guiding them to implement, to train them, document their processes, make changes to ensure that they are efficient. Then at the end of the day, some of our clients may want to achieve certification, and because of that, we have that partnership with Accurate Global, which is a certification body. And we are their official representatives in Kenya. And good also, we mentioned that Valuemax is also the first the certified implementation partner in East Africa for Workflowmax by Blue Rock. We also have other partnerships like Zoho projects. We are partners of Zoho projects. So we'd want to discuss so that we can be able to bring the best solutions to you, or to you and your team as you continue with your business, as you focus on what your business has been or was started to do, serving clients and delivering services, products, and probably make money in the process. And because of those processes, we'd want you to have them very efficiently. Over the years, we've also served quite a number of our clients, and these are some of the clients we've served. I'm sure some of them are also present, or they have the representatives here. These are diverse clients in Kenya, in East Africa, in the region, and also in different industries. So as Valuemax, you'd want to engage, you'd want to discuss more about what we can be able to do for you, and how, for example, Workflowmax can be able to increase or to enhance your efficiencies, your effectiveness, or the effectiveness of your processes as you serve your clients. So welcome, Victor, and welcome, Kata, to our webinar today. And as the main presenters, would I mention that Victor is a consultant, and is we say is our systems guru in terms of understanding systems, especially automated systems. And his area of focus includes ISO 27001, and now Workflowmax. Is our champion on Workflowmax in terms of understanding it and how it can be of value to our clients. Also welcome, Kata, and I believe you'll be telling us whether we've interrupted your day in Australia, and how Workflowmax can be good, or how, in your experience, you've seen Workflowmax helping clients or businesses to ensure that they are able to manage their tasks, their jobs, their processes in an effective way. So we'll be starting with Kata. And Kata, you can tell us, just take a few minutes to introduce yourself and what you do at Blue Rock, and tell us something about Workflowmax. Kata, the floor is yours. Welcome.
Great. Thank you, Dan. Really appreciate it. And yeah, it's a privilege to be able to join you today. As Dan mentioned, I am joining from Melbourne, and actually the weather is terrible today. So it's just stopped pouring with rain, which is good. So you won't have that hopefully in the background happening. But yeah, it's an absolute privilege to be on the call with you all today. As Dan mentioned, I am in the partnerships team here at Workflowmax. And yeah, I am joining from Melbourne, Australia, but our team is certainly global. We do have team members in Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, and then over in Ireland and even the US. So we certainly do have global coverage. And yeah, we are really excited to be partnering with Valuemax as our expert implementation partners for the region of East Africa today. So yeah, in terms of the background for Workflow Max, so it really is your one-stop shop for all of your service-based businesses, whether that be professional service firms or trade and construction, whatever it is, engineering, architects, yeah, the list goes on. So yeah, in terms of our background here at Workflowmax, a lot of us have actually come from professional service firms. So myself included, having come from a software implementation firm previously, we certainly do understand firsthand the experience of running a service-based business and the common issues that arise, whether that be, disjointed spreadsheets and systems, manual quoting, or invoice creation, lack of project profitability, whatever it is. Yeah, we've certainly seen it firsthand, and that's a big part of why we really enjoy what we do here at Workflowmax, and why we've been able to yeah, come up with a system that can help manage that lead to cash process for you. So yeah, we do have in terms of our customers, we do have over 100,000 users now on Workflow Max across 150 countries. And I did actually, fun fact, I did actually check the database before I jumped on, and yeah, there are users in Kenya, in Tanzania, and yeah, a few other countries in that region as well. So we're certainly keen for more, and yeah, keen to help people out and make sure that they know that this is a system that they can go to and they can have that extra premium touch and hand holding with Valuemax getting you set up, of course. So yeah, that's a bit about us, and yeah, really keen to go through the demo today, and yeah, just will be led by Victor, but yeah, just very keen to yeah, be with you all today.
Thank you, Kata. Good that there are also customers who have already embraced Workflowmax in the region, and we look forward to enhancing that number and serving them and probably supporting them even better to utilize the Workflowmax in a good way. Just like in every other software, the need to ensure that you understand what it is about and how it works and fully utilize all its features and so its advantages for the business would be of value to all the customers. So just to mention also, I think I had asked that we have our participants putting in the comments, the chats, or asking questions so that we can be able to understand what kind of areas of interest you have, what kind of businesses you are involved in, so that as we engage, we can be able to address the questions we can be able to respond in a way that can be able to tailor make. Probably before I invite Victor to come in and just show a quick demo. It is good I mentioned that Workflowmax will work for all manner of businesses or manner of organizations providing services. Like creatives, those who are in the building and construction industry, consultants, consultants, all manner of consultants, professional services, IT consultants, engineers. So if you or any of your friends, colleagues, they may be in those areas, it will be good to engage with us too, so that we can be able to kind of even explain how Workflowmax can be of value. And when you say all-in-one project management software, we are looking at the whole process. We are looking at how you get customers, how you provide quotations, how you set up jobs, the jobs that you are doing for your customers, how you break down those jobs into tasks, how your team members are able to put in their timesheets so that you can be able to cost the jobs in terms of the time that each of your team members have put in, and any other additional costs beside the time of the staff. And you can be able to manage those and even schedule who is to do what at what time. You can be able to assess based on the budget or how much you are charging for that job, how much you have spent in terms of time, in terms of costs. You can even be able to invoice, communicate with the customers. You can be able to come up with the tailor-made templates, to prepare quotations, proposals, prepare reports. So it's an all-in-one application, and that's what Victor will be demonstrating, so that you can be able to understand how it can be of value to you. So Victor, at this point, I request that you come in and tell us, you can show a demo how Workflowmax works, and then be able to guide our participants on the areas of interest. So welcome, Victor.
So thank you, Dan. I hope I'm audible to the rest of please confirm if I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. So at this point, I'll share my screen so that you can see about the Workflowmax. I hope you can all see my screen. So this is the Workflowmax. It's a web-based application. That means you can log in using the website. You don't need an application. So when you follow this link, you'll be directed to your dashboard. And just to give a context of this company here, it's a background screening company that receives documents from companies, documents for employees. They screen these documents, maybe through the education board, through the police department. Then afterwards, they give reports to the clients to ensure that they hire good employees. So it's a background screening company. And now it's called ABC Consulting. And now we want a platform where we can enter the client's details. Then we can generate a lead from that client. Then we make a job. And then afterwards, we can invoice these clients for these jobs that we have done. So first of all, of course, we have to create a client. So when we click here, we can create a client from here. These are the clients now that ABC Consulting does jobs for. So let's call this client AZ Group. Then of course we select a client manager who will support these clients. You can say done. Then the job manager is the person who will be assigned jobs for these clients. So we can take Victor. You can also select the business structure of these clients, which one he operates in, the client type. So this is a security firm that wants screening of their prospective employees. So you can enter their email, their phone number, the email, info@az.com. This is just entering of course, you can also enter the referral source. You can see it's a trade exhibition. I got this client from a trade exhibition. The email, I can also enter the website. The billing address, it's where you want, once you make a bill or you invoice this client, where will it be addressed to? So I can say, Westlands, Nairobi. Westlands, let's say just Westlands Avenue, Nairobi, Kenya. Then town and city, the region, it's Nairobi County, the postal address. Then you can also enter the tax details of this employee. And say not the tax number, you can say T01. Okay. For this now, we are just creating the client. So I just save. And now once I save, now I can start generating leads for this client. You see, this client has been created, this AZ group. Now can we manage the jobs relating to this AZ group? And you can also create a lead in case there's a job opportunity you see from this client. You can create a lead. So I can come here, you can say AZ group. I just want to create now a contact person. Who will I contact for this job? You can say, and call her Jane Doe. And I can set her as the primary contact, the position, operations manager. So it means that all details of this job will be addressed to Miss Jane. So I can say Miss operations manager. I can also enter her contact details in case I want to contact her in future. I can enter the contact details there. Also enter email address. Okay, so what is the lead name? A lead is a business opportunity that you can generate from AZ Group. I can say it's a background screening business opportunity. Estimated value, how much value is this lead, or how much do you expect to generate from this client? You can say 1 million. Then the lead date is the day that you got this lead. And you can also add a template. That means if there's a sequence of activities you follow, you can add it from here, or you can leave it as empty as you want. Then estimated duration of this following up with this lead. I can say maybe 2 weeks, then I can save. Now this is a business opportunity that we can generate from this client called AZ Group. After now that, we can generate also a quote. We want to send a quote to this client that is called AZ Group, so they can consider our services. So we can press here, create a new quote. The contact person, we said it is Jane Doe. The template, you can have a template for how your quotes look like. Background screening is it. The salesperson is the person to complete this deal. The budget, of course, it's 1 million. So create there. Then the validity of the quote. How long is how valid is this quote? So it's 2 weeks, as you can see, from 10th July to 24th July. Then I press next. And now once I press next, you can see it has been established. The budget has been established, and also the tasks, they have been loaded from our template. These are the tasks that will follow once we win this job. So after that, you can issue the quote, or you can print the PDF. Let's just print the PDF so that you can see how the quote looks like. So you see the quote has been loaded very well, and it has been directed to Miss Jane Doe. The tasks, they have been populated, and the amount has been generated down here. So this quoting mechanism helps you to generate quotes very fast and to issue them to your clients. So let's go back to the quote. So we can issue, in case now we want to issue this quote to the client, we can issue. So once we issue, it will be sent to our email address. And once it's sent to our email address, and once she accepts it, you can mark as accepted. So it means that now we can start this job. But you can see now a job has been created automatically. Since once you accept a quote, of course the job now has to start. And now you can see the details of the job, the remaining hours, the remaining tasks. The budget has been loaded there. The start date. Now we can set the start date. When do we expect this job to start? Now we have won the job. When do we expect it to start? So you can say it will start on 14th July, and let's say it will end, let's say in 29th of August 2025. So you can see the tasks have been entered here. So these are the tasks that will follow to ensure that we invoice this client at the end of the day. And now once you enter to the tasks, you can assign now your staff members to these specific tasks. So I can assign these tasks, the team members. I can select Beatrice, I can select Dan, I can select Victor. Then now we have to subdivide this time amongst these staff members. So I can say Beatrice is 2 hours. Let's say 6 hours. And I can take 2 hours, 8 hours. And now I've allocated the time that I set up for these tasks. And you can see down here that time has been updated. That you can do now all this for all these tasks. You can add the time for these members to do that. Then after that, you can see now the timesheets. Remember, I entered the time. Now I have to enter a timesheet for all of these tasks the time that I allocated myself. I have to enter the timesheet for that. So I can select a staff. I can say Victor. Then I can enter the time for Victor. I can say on 10th July, what did I work on? I can select a task, onboarding a client. Let's say I worked 2 hours on onboarding a client. I can come here, I can press 2 hours. Then I can enter the details relating to this job. I can say onboarded client documents. To our system. So I can save. And now once I save, it will be reflected. It will be reflected here. Just a moment.
I think just while Victor's tending to that, the key thing about the timesheets here is that we've got different ways to track time. So this is one method, but you can also do like a start-stop function. There's a few other methods as well. Just so we were keen to make sure when we set this up that how you track time suits the way you work, really. Similar to the whole product, right? The whole idea of Workflowmax is that we're wanting to tailor this system to how you work, not have you tailor to how the system works. So, yeah.
Thank you, Kata, for that. Good. Also, I add that all this that Victor is demonstrating because it was preset. You know, the setup had been done. So the settings that will be relevant for your organization as a participant, it will suit your business. We as consultants, as implementers of Workflowmax, will work with you to understand what kind of tasks you'll have. We break down and organize your work in terms of tasks. And you also guide us in terms of how much you'd want to cost each and every task, how many members of your team will be accessing Workflowmax and what will they be doing. So in the whole setup, the idea is to customize to your needs. It's not that it's cast in stone what, the template, that would be used will also be tailor-made for your organization. So what Victor is demonstrating is just a demo company, ABC Consultants. So it will suit every other service-oriented organization that will be working with you to do the setup. Victor, I don't know whether you are back.
Yes, I'm back.
Welcome. You can proceed.
So we have added a timesheet. We can also add a note in case there is something we want to raise. We can add a note to this job. So I can add a note. I can say onboarding. I can call this note onboarding client. Which phase was it in? Of course, it was client onboarding. I can say received client document. This is just a note to refer back to for this job. Client documents. Just add a note. And I can also upload documents relating to this job. In case there are client documents that I received, I can upload them from here. And there are a lot of file types: PDF, document, PPT, pictures, PNG, whatever you like. You can upload it from this section here. Then I can also go to the costs. Now the cost is now the amount of money it will cost me now to perform this job. Remember, as I said, it's a background screening company. So I have to pay the academic board, the hypothetical academic board, or the police department. I want to perform a verification of academic for this client. I have to pay a fee to the academic verification body or the police department. These are the costs associated with this one. I also have to pay carrier charges for transporting maybe the documents from me to the client. I can see that. Now from there, you can also do a lot of things in this section. You can also manage your suppliers or your purchases. In case now I want to issue a purchase order to a supplier, maybe to the examinations board, I can create a new purchase order. I want to purchase verification for this client. I can purchase it from here. I can say is the group. I can select a supplier, maybe the examinations board. I can say supply of verification for 32 applicants. I can press next. You can see now a purchase order has been generated, and I can issue this purchase order to the supplier of these goods or services. And I can add additional items from here, and I can also add an invoice ID. Also, you can manage also your suppliers in case you want to add more suppliers to this work or this job. You can add a supplier from here, and you can enter their details. And now once I do that, when I go to the dashboard section, now I can see all the activities relating to me in this interactive dashboard. Remember, I entered a timesheet for 1 hour, so I can see a timesheet for 1 hour. The quotes that I issued, I can also see them from this section. My jobs, I can also see them from this section, and you can see upcoming jobs, the jobs that are in progress. All of them you can see them from here. Even the milestones, you can see them from here. And now this dashboard can help you get a clear picture of what's happening in your organization. And when I go to this job section again, I can also see an overview of all my of all my of all my jobs. Now let's say I want now to do a quote for a quote for this any job here. I can get a quote from this section here. I can issue a quote for any particular job, and it can either be a progress quote or a final quote. There is also the report section. I want to generate reports relating to a particular task. There are very many types of reports that you can generate in this system, and they can either be custom reports or they can be preloaded reports from Workflowmax. Kata, can you tell us more best practices to use when maybe creating jobs or issuing invoices from your experience?
Sure. Yeah, great. Yeah, of course. I think, yeah, the key thing that stands out to me is that Workflowmax is best used when it's the source of truth for your jobs. What I mean by that is that you have your critical information about the job in there. And we actually do have integrations that help support you with that. So we do have, the ability to connect into your inbox and, provided you give the permissions to do so, it can track your emails that are specific to a job. So that means that you can track client correspondence and you can also automatically upload documents that are related to your project. So, if you're an architect, and you've got a floor plan, or if you're, doing a background screening check and you've got an email, from the police force, whatever it is that's unique to your business, you can add that into Workflowmax. And what that means is that when a client asks about something, you don't have to go scrolling in your email inbox. You just know it's already in Workflowmax, and it's saving you time that way. I think as well with the invoicing, I think that's a critical part, Victor, that I think we can cover. So you can raise invoices in Workflowmax, and it's automatically coming up with, the time and the costs that are associated with the job that you're working on. So you don't have to go surfing through spreadsheets again and, double checking everything's correct and that sort of thing. You can just, yeah, like I said, use Workflowmax as a source of truth and leverage it from there. While we're on this topic of invoicing, also worthwhile mentioning, we do have integrations with Xero and QuickBooks, two of the most common accounting platforms in market at the moment. So, yeah, that's all critical information. So when you raise an invoice in Workflowmax, what that means is that it can automatically sync to either of those accounting platforms.
Talking about invoices, there's this invoice. When you go to business section, there's this invoice dashboard. You can see an overview. If you are awaiting payment from a certain client, you can see the amount of money you are waiting for, or the clients who owe you the most money. You can see it from this section. Now, and how to create an invoice, you can just press here. Let's say you want to create a progress invoice. Means that the amount of time you have spent on a certain job. We can select that. Let's say we want to select for a Z group. Remember, for a Z group, we quoted for 417,020. So you can create an progress invoice. The time that we have
Yeah.
worked on this job, we can create that invoice from from
Yep.
here.
You just want to select it on the bottom left there as well, Victor, just to associate it with the job, little checkbox
Okay.
in the jobs table. And there's different ways to raise invoices in Workflowmax. So this is doing it from the invoice module itself, or you can just raise it straight from the job. But of course, naturally, you can raise miscellaneous invoices that are just, for whatever that comes up. But of course, naturally, you do want to invoice for your jobs. That's a key
Yeah.
value add of Workflowmax.
So according to this progress invoice, of course, we have just worked for 2 hours, and the rate for 2 hours is 16,000. So 16,000 times 2 is 32,000. And you can also add a cost to this progress invoice. In case you incurred another cost, you can add them and they will be loaded automatically. If you change to 2, it will be loaded and it will be added to this invoice. You can see the final pay is 40,360. And this can be very useful if you invoice your client according to milestones or deliverables. Let's say the first stage is onboarding. After onboarding, you invoice a client. This can be very, very useful for you. This progress invoice can be very useful for you to do that. So talking about jobs, you can also add a recurring job. In case you perform a job, let's say every month or a particular moment in time, let's say every week, you can create a recurring job such that once that time reaches, this job can be created for. Let's just create a sample. Let's say this job repeats every 1 week, and you want it to repeat for, let's say, 1 month. We can add this from here, and we can select the client, a Z group. Let's say there is a screening that we do every month. We can we can we can we can add it from here. So we can do 10th August 2025. The job name, we can say weekly background screening, weekly background. Select a template. The budget for this one, let's say it's 100,000. You can select the job manager, and this can be very useful, especially for administrative tasks that you do in your organization. You can add them as jobs, such that every week they can be created automatically. Now, once you can see it repeats every 1 week. So this weekly background screening, it will repeat every 1 week. So next week, when you log into Workflowmax, this job will be created automatically. And there's also the calendar view. You can get a calendar view of your activities. This is very good for you to visualize what is coming up. You can see the milestones they are showing here, the tasks, the jobs. This can help you visualize your jobs so that you can get where you are going to. There's also the schedule where you can see the schedule of the activities relating to a client. You can see a good overview of this. For the tasks, you can get an overview of the schedule of the activities in your organization.
I think a key thing about the scheduler as well, just to extend on what you're saying here, Victor, is that it has drag and drop capabilities on that right hand side of the screen there, and it can also be filtered for key jobs or key clients. So it doesn't matter how many jobs you've got going on in here. We've got businesses on Workflow Max from who are sole traders all the way through to um, 500 people on here, right? So it handles it really really efficiently. Um, yeah, so just thought I'd let you know that, and I am conscious of time. So there's one other thing I was keen for you guys to see. That was actually the job financial summary report, which is actually available in the reports section of Workflowmax. Uh, as Victor mentioned before, we do have a number of set standard reports that come readily available for you to use as part of this uh, setup in Workflow So there's no setup required, it's just there straight away. Then you've also got the ability to do custom reports, which is where you can actually add any information that you'd like into a particular report. So it doesn't matter what, if you just click refresh report there, Victor, it'll come through. But it doesn't, on the custom reporting front, you can capture any information that you want in Workflow and put it into a report. So that does actually include custom fields as well, against jobs or invoices or timesheets. So the list goes on there. And just scrolling down here, that's a great example there. Uh, so this is really showing you per job the efficiency of your staff and their billable rates. It can also show you a breakdown of costs versus tasks. And, if you have a task, right, another way to think of that is like a deliverable for your job. You always want to know, well, okay, we've allocated 10 hours of work for this. How much have how much of actual time have we spent? And how much can we invoice versus how much haven't we invoiced, right? So I've talked to many businesses where if they're working in spreadsheets, the one of the issues is losing money and not being aware of how much time you've spent on a particular job, and therefore not actually invoicing it to your client. So um, that's a key problem that Workflowmax solves, because it captures all the information straight away and has it here sitting here. So it's always going to tell you what has and hasn't been invoiced.
Okay. Thank you, Kata, for that good explanation on the reports. And also,
Victor, maybe I can also come in a bit, just to mention the importance of control that the application is giving you. Workflowmax is now, you are able to be in control. And I think that's the bigger picture here that we need to look at. If you are, for example, leading a team, you can be able to tell who is doing what at what time. These projects or this job is going on, how much have we spent, how far in the red or to get to the red we are. So that control is very important, and that's the picture that you'll be able to get right from the dashboard, and based, of course, on customization that we'll be able to do with you. Then you can be able to supervise your team in a good way. Thank you, Victor. I think you can proceed.
okay, thank you, Dan, for that. As I said, this Workflowmax, it's a all-in-one project software, and we'll be interested, in case you want us to cover in more detail some of these modules. We can cover them in subsequent webinars. But that was just the overview for the Workflowmax dashboard and the application in a whole. I can switch it back to you, Dan, in case there are any questions that we can answer. We can take them.
Thank you, Victor. There was a question which had been raised by Evans, but we've been able to make comments. Evans wanted to know how accessible Workflowmax is, and of course we have clarified that. As long as you have internet, because it's a web-based, it's cloud-based platform. So you can work from anywhere, even in this era of working from home. you can be able to supervise your team remotely. You can know what they are doing. You can be able to assign and correspond. You can be able to access documents. And also, I think Kata also emphasized on the need for, the integrations that can come in. I also mentioned that in Valuemax, we have integrated, for example, Workflowmax with Zero accounting, which is a web-based accounting application, and it works very well because all the transactions are posted in Zero, and those transactions, they could be relating to a particular project. And through that integration, any activities in Workflowmax that are relevant to accounting will go to the relevant ledger accounts that we have selected. And all these selection will come in at the point of setting up implementation. Remember, as an implementation partner of Workflowmax, Valuemax work will be to support you. It is to support you to train, to do the setting up so that you can utilize the platform well. It's one thing to access the platform, but then has it been set up in a way that it suits your business? For example, integration with a document management system, like Drive, Google Drive, like Dropbox, will enable you to share documents, across your team and for different projects, so that with every document, with every project, you know where the documents are, all in one platform. Good also to mention that, sorry, Kata, you are coming in. I think you can add something.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think the key thing, I know there'd probably be a few other points we'd want to cover, but in terms of getting started with Workflowmax, you can actually go to our website and start a free trial, a free 14-day trial, and you'll get all the features and functionality of Workflowmax straight away out of the box. So by all means, if you're keen to check it out, yeah, go ahead and search Workflowmax, and on our website there's a little start free trial button available there as well. So yeah, I just thought that was a key detail if people are interested.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so it's something you take time to just understand what it is, and of course once you've done your trial, then we can come in and be able to guide you on, especially in setting up and making the application work for you. I think that's very, very critical, so that you don't just have an application, but you have an application that's working for you. And that element of control is very, very critical, that you are in control of all the jobs, all the customers. Another feature maybe we didn't mention, and is also very, very good. You can be able to put in the correspondences with a particular client. The email correspondences that you may be having through what is called an email collaboration manager. You can be able to have those correspondences logged into Workflowmax, and any documents that are attached there, they are also lodged into Workflowmax, so that you can be able to see the history. For example, if you are following up a lead, an opportunity that you are pursuing based on the correspondences, you've had the correspondence for, let's say, one week ago, 2 days ago, and then you can be able to, because of the integration with the collaboration manager email, then you can be able to see all those conversations logged in as notes, and any documents attached as documents, and you can be able to see them in one platform instead of again oscillating between Workflowmax the emails. I am still encouraging people to put in questions, comments, areas that they would want clarified. I have seen after we responded to Evans, I don't know whether Evans, we clarified, we addressed your question. Maybe we can have others asking questions or comments so that as we come to a close, we are able to fully address any areas of interests.
I think another thing, Dan, I think Evans asked about pricing. By all means, people can jump on our website and see pricing for themselves. It appears geolocally. What I mean by that is it knows you're logging in from Kenya, for example, so it gives you the local currency's price there as well. And there's no lock-in fees, no hidden agendas here on our front. You, like I said, sign up for a free trial, get connected with the guys here at Valuemax, and yeah, you can just pay a month by month subscription, and you can cancel anytime. So yeah, there's no, like I said, nothing hidden on that front. But it's just worthwhile looking at our website yourself just to check it out.
Thank you, Kacha, for that. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, sorry, Dan. Another thing that I just thought I'd mention is, so yeah, we do strategically partner with implementation partners, right? People just like Dan and Victor who provide a really premium hands-off approach where they can tailor Workflowmax to suit your business and how you guys work. These guys really are the experts on the consulting front. We actually are prohibited from doing that ourselves, right? Which is why we really value partnering with people who have done it right before, and these guys have rolled out, ISO audits and other software implementation before, as well as Workflowmax. Yeah, so we really like partnering with them because we often find that people are able to follow best practices within Workflowmax from day one of using it for their business operations because they've worked with their implementation partner. So I know that's I know that's a little bit salesy. You have to forgive me, but I just think it's a worthwhile call out in terms of the value there. And I will call myself a little bit biased as well because I literally used to be a implementation partner myself. So yeah, but I just thought I'd give that insight for people on the call today.
That's good. That's good. I've seen Evans is asking about the charges. So just to respond to that, Evans, as Kata said, is very open in terms of there's nothing hidden here. If you can just jump into workflowmax.com, you'll find the pricing is there. There are packages, standard package, a premium package based on your needs and the kind of features you'll need, and of course the number of users. And there are also add-ons. For example, a lead manager, lead manager functionality, which is essentially a way of manage your selling opportunities, areas, the opportunities that you are pursuing for your business. That's an important functionality you want so that you can be able to know, like preparing quotations, like assigning somebody a salesperson, and be able to monitor that. So those functionalities will, of course, determine how much you pay in terms of subscription. And as Kata mentioned, also you start initially with a free trial, and it's always good to ensure that within the free trial period you have been able to understand, and that's why even engaging with us is important. A question or two so that within the trial period you are able to know how Workflowmax can best work for you. And again, once you've you are in, you have subscribed and it's working, we'll be supporting you. And you can always cancel anytime that you feel it's not probably what you are looking for. So just feel free to jump into workflowmax.com and see the charges, see what you can be able to. I've seen Kata has already put the link there. That's very good, Kata. Thank you. Any other questions, comments? Please put them in the chat, or you can even raise your hand and just ask it directly at this point, because we are kind of coming to the end of our webinar, so that we address any questions that you may have. And probably as we wait any additional questions, Victor, I don't know whether you can also be coming up with maybe some closing remarks, any additional comments, just as we come to a closure.
Thank you, Dan. As you have heard, this software, it's a good software to streamline your businesses, and that's actually it's very easy to use, and it's very straightforward. Think of it as an operating system of your company. Since it has lead management, you can invoice the clients, you can quote, you can generate reports. So it's like the heartbeat of your organization. And as Valuemax, we are open to take up your needs concerning Workflowmax. And also we'll offer more subsequent webinars to go much more deeper into some of these modules, for you to understand the platform much better.
Thank you, Victor. Essentially, take time to interact, especially with the trial. If you can sign up for a trial, the 14-day trial. And what we are selling is, at the end of the day, you want your business to run well. You want your organization to be well organized. You want to have control. And that control, we are now in modern times. These modern times call for your business being very highly competitive, minimizing costs and efficiently using your resources, like your team. So if you have a project, you'd want to know how much it's costing to run that project. It may take a month, it may take several months. You'll want to be sure that that project is adding value to you, and it's also monitored, so that the budget for the project is met and it's not exceeded, so that it can have a profit. And the profitability of one project and another is what will ultimately give your business profitability. So all the features, we may not be able to discuss all of them in this webinar, and you can be sure that as we interact with you, we are open at Valuemax. We have this. Our values are based on what we add to our clients. We do clean business. We don't try to outsmart anybody trying to play tricks. No. We are open. We guide our clients efficiently, and the client is happy. If he's not happy, we are able to address any concerns that one may have. So since we don't seem to have any questions at this point, I would want us to come to a closure. And thank everybody for participating. Probably before I close, Kata, you may also have a final comment.
Just to add on that, I've also left the contact details of Valuemax and also our website.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Victor.
You can feel free to reach out to us. Let us hear your needs. And as you have said, this Workflowmax, it can be customized for any type of business, not only background screening companies, for architects, for consultants, may it be an IT company, any type of business. And it doesn't matter the number of people you have in your organization. It's highly customizable to fit your business needs. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Victor. Kata, would you want to make some closing remarks?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks so much for your time, Dan and Victor, and everyone who's joined the call. Like I said, you're more than welcome to sign up for a trial or yeah, shoot us an email if you have any questions. I'll actually put my email in the chat. But yeah, thank you so much for your time, and yeah, look forward to staying in touch.
Thank you, Kata. So we come to the end of our webinar. Thank you very much for participating. We look out for our communication about upcoming webinars. In this area, we'll be addressing, we'll be coming up with webinars based on the questions we have and the inquiries we have, so that we can address specific features or specific functionalities that are important for our audience. Feel free to check also our website and check how our contacts, valuemax.co.ke, so that in case you want to know, we'll not charge you for anything, for any clarifications. The important thing is to see how we can work together to make your business run efficiently and probably even at a lower cost than you are presently doing in terms of running projects. So we look forward to that interaction, and thank you very much. Allow me to close the webinar at this point. Have a nice time, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you later, guys.
Okay, bye.